All right, in this video, I would like to talk about the mode function on Excel. Now remember, the mode of a data set is the most repeated value, or the most frequently repeated value. So with a small set like this, there's only 11 numbers, we could just look at it. We could just eyeball the mode. And so it looks like, well, the number 233 is repeated twice, and it looks like 284. Let's do that in green. 284 is repeated. So it looks like, and then there's no other repeats. No. So it looks like this set is bimodal. There's two modes. The modes of this set are 233 and 284. All right, so the difference between the mode function and all of the other Excel functions we've talked about in this course so far is that there could be more than one answer. And in this case, there's two, 233 and 284. So in terms of the Excel functions, how we're using Excel in this class, we're just looking at the basic introduction to the function notation on Excel. What I mean by that is that we're just using one-step functions which have one result. And they take the form of this. You have an equal sign, and then the name of the function, and then the location of the data in parentheses. So, for example, if I wanted the average of these 11 numbers, I would say equal. The name of the function is average. And then the location of the data in parentheses, A1 through A11. Equal sign, function name, in parentheses, the location of the data. If I wanted the median, equal median, and then the location of the data. If I wanted the maximum value, equal max, parentheses, location of the data. I'm just going to go through and apply some of the other formulas that we've seen so far. If I want the minimum value, equal min, parentheses, location of the data. So all of these formulas are taking the exact same form. It's a single cell. We're typing an equal sign, the name of the function, and the location of the data. If I wanted the sample standard deviation, stdev.s parentheses, I forgot my equal sign, equal stdev.s, sample standard deviation. If I wanted the sample variance, equal var.s parenthesis, location of the data. And this will give us the sample variance. Okay, so the difference with the mode function is that you may not, possibly, and in this case you don't, you may not have one single specific answer. So I want to talk about an array formula. And now, so with this type of function, this basic type of function on Excel, so it's an equal sign, it's the name, and in parentheses, it's the location of the data. This is sort of the introductory sort of form that these Excel functions could take, but they could get a lot more complicated. So I've copied one in here from another Excel activity I have for another class, and like here's an example of an Excel function. They could get a lot more complicated. In this class, however, so let me just delete this. Just put this here just to let you know that this is not the only type of Excel, the way we can apply Excel functions. So let me delete this. So I want to focus on just functions that take this form. an equal sign, the name of the function, and the location of the data. The difference, so like I said, the difference with the mode function is that it can have multiple values. So what that means is we have to give Excel room to give us the answer. All right, so the name of the function, because there potentially can be multiple modes. So the name of the function is mode dot mult, M-U-L-T, for multiple, and then parentheses. Ooh. I'm not sure what happened there. Data. Ooh. All right, let's put this somewhere else. It's an equal sign. Then the function name is mode dot mult for multiple, and then in parentheses the data. Okay, so that's the name of the function. Now, what we have to do is instead, so with the average, the median, the max, the min, standard deviation, variance, we chose one cell. And so the problem is if we do equal mode of the data, it's only going to give us the first one, the first value, 233, which is not what we want. We want all of the modes. So the way we do this is called an array formula. An array just means a range of cells in Excel. So the first thing we want to do is select a range of cells. Now I'm going to just select the equivalent to the size of the set. So I'll select the first 11 cells in column B. Okay. Now I have those selected. That has to be done first. Now, this is when you have multiple answers or multiple solutions. Okay. So now, select the cells. That is step one. Then type in this mode.mult function equal mode dot mult. Okay. Then I'll highlight the data. Okay, so I want to apply the multiple mode function to these 11 numbers in column A. Now, as with the rest of these functions that I just did, once you type in the function, you hit enter. With an array function, or a function that has multiple outputs, you can't just press enter. So what you have to do is hold down the shift key, the control key, and then hit enter. So shift, control, enter. And when you do that, you see two modes, and then this NA, meaning these cells are not necessary. All right, and so that's it. That's the multiple mode function, or that's the mode function in Excel. Anytime you have the potential for multiple outputs, you have to type in what is called an array function. In the context of this class, however, I would recommend just doing it, just looking at the set. So I'm going to stick with just functions of this type. I don't really want to talk about array functions. Just in this course, it's just a introduction to basic functionality of Excel. So if you were to see this problem on an exam, let's say, and the question said find the mode, let's get rid of that highlight and fill. What I would do is just highlight column A, sort these values in numerical order. So up here on the top right, where you see sort and filter, sort smallest to largest. And now you can just go through the list and look for repeats. So you see a repeat here, 233 is repeated. You see a repeat here, 284 is repeated. So there you go. There's your mode. Things that require calculations, like the average, the median, the standard deviation, the variance. These are all things you want to do on Excel. But for the mode, now you could use this method of an array function, or you could just order the data and sort of scan the list manually and look for the modes. Okay, I hope this was helpful.